Hello again, Dinky Danny here. First of all, I'd like to thank everyone for entering my drawing. I got a lot more participation than I was expecting. I got a ton of comments, and I got a lot of people doing video responses recommending games that I had never even heard of. So I'm going to have some fun looking around my town at stores and flea markets for those games, and hopefully have a chance to get through a lot of them. This video I'm going to do some shout outs to people that I've enjoyed watching their channels over the past year. A lot of them already have over 1,000 subscribers. Some of them are kind of just getting started. So to start out, the first person I'd like to mention is Gamester81. He's one of my favorite people here on YouTube. He has tons of video game consoles and he knows a lot about all of them. He probably has the most consoles that I've seen of anybody. I haven't seen anyone have more than him. And I just really like watching all of his videos. They're real informative. I learn a lot about systems that I never even knew were out there. And also he's just a really nice guy. He did his one homebrewed beer video. That was cool. And he actually sent me a computer that I helped him get a deal on, and I've sent him some stuff. He's just a really nice guy, and I think everybody should check him out. I'm sure most of you already know him. He has over 5,000 subscribers, but definitely check him out if you haven't heard of him. The next person is going to be HappyConsoleGamer. Everybody knows of him. I really enjoy his videos. I like him a lot because he does an overview of a whole entire series rather than just a single game. So a lot of the games he mentions, I've played some of the games, but I never knew about the whole entire series. So those are real informative, and he's just really fun to watch. His videos are really well produced, and everything's just real high quality on all of his videos. So thanks a lot for all those. I really like the Halloween special too. That was really cool. The next person is Doginmylense. I've watched her videos since right whenever I got started. I've always liked them, and she gives me a lot of insight onto Nintendo DS games. As you can see on my shelf behind me, those games that I have stacked up right there, the only Nintendo DS games I have, and I've probably gotten about 4 of those in the past month or two. So I really don't know too much about the Nintendo DS. I'm kind of just getting into it, and I really like her videos. That's a lot of the things that she collects are Nintendo DS, so it really helps me out. And she's real nice. She sent me a Frogger Edge card, and I've sent her a couple things, so I really like your videos, Holly, so keep them up. Everybody go check her out if you don't know of her. The next person is going to be Tvandlust. I hadn't found him, I found him a couple months ago, but I didn't know about him right in the beginning. And I really like his videos. He seems like a real down-to-earth guy. He feels like he's just talking with you. And he does good video game reviews. Some of the games I've heard of, some of them are pretty unique. So I like that. He plays a lot of import games. And he also does reviews on hardware. So he did one on like the Nintendo DS stand that I have back there. I ended up picking that up, and I'll be able to use that in my DS reviews. And he also does things on like the Game Boy printer, I think he did one on. So he does a lot of unique stuff, and he does a really good job at it. So definitely check him out. And the next person is going to be SplatterTrigger. I always like SplatterTrigger's videos. He has a lot of unique content. He collects working designs. He has a lot of info about that. And he also collects TurboGrafx and Sega Saturn, which I didn't know too much about. I just got both of those systems kind of recently. So he's given me some recommendations on games for those. And I really like watching his videos. I'm sure a lot of you know of him already too. And the last one for people with a lot of subscribers is LotsofGames. I just recently found him. I really like his videos. He seems to know exactly what he's talking about. He has a lot of good info about games coming out, new games that are going to be released, or games that have just come out. And he does unboxings with collector's editions. He has a lot of cool content, and just definitely go over, check out his channel, and I think most of you will like him. The next people that I'm going to recommend have lower subscriber numbers, but I love watching all their videos. So the first one that I'm going to mention is Black Lily 8. Black Lily 8 is one of my favorite people to watch on YouTube. Not only are his videos really well produced and put together, but he's really informative. He has a lot of games back with the Commodore 64 in that era that I was too young to really remember all the games. But he does a lot of his reviews, and whenever I watch them, I remember seeing them whenever I was young. And if I hadn't watched his review, I wouldn't have remembered the games. He has a lot of good information about them, and he just started recently doing something that was really cool. He has interviews with game developers and a lot of other people. My favorites were the one with the Choose Your Own Adventure books. That one was really cool. I remember reading those books whenever I was young, and it was really cool to hear from the author, and I just really enjoyed that one. And he has a bunch of other interviews that he just started doing. So now his channel is kind of a mix between interviews with game developers and interviews with other big gaming people in the industry, and also just reviews of classic games that are just very well known and games everybody should know about. So definitely check out his channel. I don't think you'll regret it. The next person I'm going to recommend is 8-Bit Rob. I've recommended him before, but I cannot get enough of his videos. I absolutely love watching them. He does an excellent job setting them up. He uses Rob the Robot from the Nintendo, and he uses him as the host, and he does reviews on old Nintendo games in a robotic voice, and it's just awesome to watch. I love all the information that he gives you, and also the humor that he puts into them just has me laughing every single time. I really like all of his reviews. They're really well done, and I think everybody should go over and check him out. I'm surprised he doesn't have more subscribers by now. The next person I'm going to recommend is Castro72. I love watching this guy's videos. He has a huge collection. He's got a ton of box Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64. He's got a lot of TurboGrafx games, and his videos are just really fun to watch. I just have a lot of fun whenever he's just talking about random stuff or going over games that he picked up. He uses a collector's guide that tells you the rarity and what their value is, and then he tells you what price he got it for. It's just a lot of fun to watch, and believe it or not, the first video I saw of yours was you singing in Target, and once I saw that video, I was like, oh, this is hilarious. I gotta go check out the rest of his channel. And I found out he has tons of great gaming videos. So everybody go over to his channel, check him out. He doesn't have a ton of subscribers yet, but I'm sure he's gonna be getting a lot more. So definitely check him out and watch that Target singing video. It's awesome. The next person I'm gonna recommend is Charassic. I hope that's pronounced right. But definitely go over and check out her channel. She just recently put up a lot of her collection videos, and I was amazed at the games that she had. She had them all in great condition. And she has really good taste in games. She has a lot of cool RPGs, a lot of games that I've always wanted to get, so watching hers, kind of made me jealous. But everybody go check her out. She's really nice, real friendly, and her videos are really great quality. The next person I'm going to recommend is Jbineux. He has a lot of cool videos. He's doing a lot of cool collecting. He just started trying to collect all Sega Saturn games, so that's fun to watch. A lot of those are really rare and hard to get, so it's cool watching him try to do that. And he also has a great collection, and he knows what he's talking about with his games. Behind him, he has a huge shelf of Nintendo games, and he also has like a Sega Dreamcast stand that they used to have in the stores where you could try out the games. And it just looks like he has a great collection. I really like watching his videos, and he does a good job putting them together. The next person I'm going to recommend is Jbineux3. And the first thing that caught my attention on his channel, I watched his epic shoutouts video, and I was just laughing so hard. I don't know why I found it so funny, but he's doing a shout-out video, and he has his brother recording the footage, and he's walking around like wading through pools of water while he's doing them, drinking beer. It was just awesome. I was laughing so hard. And from there on, I went over, checked out his channel. He had a lot of gaming stuff, so I subscribed to him, and I've been enjoying his stuff ever since. He also does a thing called Nintendo Junkie Tuesdays, and they're just really funny. He puts a lot of art and direction behind them, and it's more like a show. He had Nintendo Rehab. I was cracking up at that one, and he just does a really good job putting them together. And also, he's a really good musician. He has some CDs out, and he does some video game music as well as some other stuff. He sent me one of his CDs. I really like that, and I bought another one off online and downloaded it. So I really appreciate you sending me that CD, and everybody definitely go check out his channel. You'll get some good laughs. His Nintendo Junkie Tuesdays are hilarious, and he's just a really cool guy. The next person I'd like to recommend is MaximumRD. I really like a lot of his videos. He had some cool videos about 3D. He also does some videos on older generation consoles. He doesn't have the most recent PS3, Xbox 360, and Nintendo Wii, but he really knows what he's talking about. He really likes horror games, and he has some good recommendations. I did my top 5 video game characters, and I loved his response to that. And he also did a real funny video with Kermit the Frog's voice. I was laughing at that one too. So he's just an all-around good YouTuber. He has a lot of good content, and I really like watching him. So those are the people that I'm going to recommend. Everybody go out and check out. I like all their channels. I've been watching them for a while, and I think all of my subscribers will definitely enjoy them. So those are all the shout-outs. The next thing I'd just like to mention real quickly is the drawing has been up for about 2 weeks. So on Monday, I'm going to post, I think, around 9 o'clock on Monday Eastern Time. I'm going to record the video this weekend and then put the drawing up on Monday. So hopefully I'll get 2 good winners on that one. And then also I finished playing Final Fantasy 13, so I'm going to do a response to my own video that I posted before I played it, give you some of my input on what I think of the game after I completed it. So I really appreciate everyone joining into my drawing, and everyone subscribing, leaving me feedback. I really appreciate it. And everybody go check out those people that I recommended in this video. Alright, well, I'm Dinky Dana, and thanks for watching.